his comparisons. I mean, they're mind-boggling. The historic comparisons are very favorable for him.
I mean, he's been compared to a young KG and Duncan quite often. But in his first few seasons, his numbers look the most similar to Hakeem the Dream. And that's about as good a company as you can get.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
You know, and the funny thing about Davis having similar numbers to Hakeem, he came very close last season putting up a quadruple double. Hakeem was one of only 4 people to ever accomplish that.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Out to the right wing. Spurs working the ball around now. It's stolen by Davis. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark?
The offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
Three-pointer, Bird. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Bird's got a couple of three-pointers.
This was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans have really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
And the Western playoffs just, it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
Spurs leading by 7. Out to the right wing. Diaw with a wide open look. Nice shot from the wing. Oklahoma City's gone 2 or 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. It's Curry outside. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
No good from Bird.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Bird's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Here's Diaw. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
A different look now for San Antonio. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Bonner. And Tony Parker subbed in for Jimmy Fredette. It's stolen by Duncan. It's stolen by Davis. And here's Bird from the arc. Rebound San Antonio. They've led by as many as 11 points. There's the dish to Diaw. Stolen by Bird. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. 1:52 left to play in the first half. And Bird, here we go. Here's Westbrook. And And the rejection by Leonard. Here's Curry with the three, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And the Spurs with some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Duncan. West comes in for Boris Diaw. And it's Ginobili in for Green. Clock at 6. Here's Bird. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists tonight.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Offensive rebound. Misses from short range. Thunder trailing by 6. He dishes it to Bird. Off target with his 3. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Parker outside. The shot no good. So the Thunder will take it the other way.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Curry gets the bucket.
This is an absolute monster performance from him. He is pulverizing them from the three-point line.
Leonard attacking, and he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 6. The Thunder shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Westbrook dishes to Thompson. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Ginobili.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
West at the elbow. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. And the Spurs lead by 7. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And a fast break now for the Spurs. For the finish, hammers it home to polish off the break.
And not a guy known for style points when it comes to throwing one down, but every once in a while, Kevin.
Greg, why don't we see more dunks like that from him? He's certainly got the size for it.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the fact he lacks a little dexterity and even creativity to be an elite finisher.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. 9 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Westbrook kicks to Thompson. From past the arc. And no good trying to get that one. And we've reached halftime.
Thanks, Kevin.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. And it's San Antonio. They have a 9-point lead. And we'll start with the big fella. Shaq, what'd you see from them out there?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their...
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
The second half just about to get going here. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And the threes, they just dropped for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Duncan in its center.
How about that, breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and, of course, the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
Curry with a wide-open look. His three-pointer's off the mark.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. They've been absolutely dominant.
Outside Leonard. He kicks it to all. The drive by Green, and he gets it to go. Green's got 8 points. Well, keeping in mind the Spurs have won 50 games or more for many years in a row, Greg, there are teams out there who can drive cars who have not even seen the Spurs not win 50 games, at least in a year.
And the way the Spurs keep on building this team, it's not as if that streak's going to end anytime soon. Those kids might have a chance to...
Oh, wow. And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen by Bird. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Westbrook. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 6 points for Russell Westbrook.
That one goes down, but offensively, just 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
And you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And for Russell Westbrook, a heroic effort last season, but not necessarily an efficient one. He averaged 28 points a game, which led the league, but shot a 5-year low of 43% to get those points. And he led the league in turnover average, but that's also because he's got such a high volume usage now with all the injuries.
And the Spurs making a change here. Diaw's checked in. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Parker drives in.
Tremendous output for Parker. He's got 10 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender, because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
Under trailing by 17. And there's the pass to Bird. Again, the Thunder score. Greg, in the topic of Westbrook, no one's questioning his heart and his will. It was unbelievable what he did after Durant went down. But Clark, the truth is, it's hard to make the playoffs playing inefficient basketball.
No, I agree. I mean, there are certain guys who are catalysts and other guys who make things happen. And Iverson, Ginobili, Russell's old teammate, James Harden. Those guys make things happen, and you have to live with some of their inefficiency at times.
Left side, Davis. Oklahoma City moving it around. That doesn't go either for Bird. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. And it's Green missing. Oklahoma City's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. That's good. 8 points for Klay Thompson.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Parker's shot is off.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Tony Parker. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Here's Curry with the three. The long distance three is good. Curry's got 20.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
Davis has the open look. Offline with his three.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Knocked away. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. West is checked in for San Antonio. On defense, Oklahoma City. They trail by 11. From deep, Green. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Ginobili's got 3 assists tonight.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Curry passes to Bird. Uncovered. And again, it's Oklahoma City. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Ginobili dishes to Diaw, and he jams it with authority.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Well, you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
San Antonio leading by 14. Stolen by Bird. To the inside. Got a piece of it. West with the steal. Now Diaw. 7 points in the game. West kicks to Diaw. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Boris Diaw. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by West. West has got 5 rebounds tonight.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Hits it from three-point range.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding. And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
Leonard, he's checked in for San Antonio.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And it's Aldridge, top of the key. Curry with the defensive effort. Thunder trailing by 17. Thompson passes to Curry. They get it again. Out to Bird. The feed to Westbrook. It's Curry outside. And that's the final position. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Thunder shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. They've got Klay Thompson. Bird is out there with Davis. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Curry in at the 2 guard. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Aldridge dishes to Duncan. And yes, sir, that one drops. And the Spurs lead. By 17.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The rebound by the Spurs. Aldridge has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Parker, and that comes off the assist by Duncan. Duncan's got 4 assists in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
It's Curry outside. Again, Curry missing.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Spurs making a switch here. Green's checked in. Spurs leading by 19. Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Takes a 3. Leonard, no luck. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And here's Bird from the arc. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
He can't seem to find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
Ahead for the finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And really, once he got that steal, just really nothing the defense could do.
That's why turnovers are so costly, because in many cases, they're indefensible once possession changes hands.
And so last season for Tony Parker, somewhat of a shift. I mean, he was solid, but injuries cost him a few games. He also had his lowest assist and points per game totals since his rookie year. But he fought through like the champion that he is.
Last year, a big challenge for Tony Parker. He was in his 14th season, obviously. Every great player needs to transform his game as he gets on in age. Clark, we've seen it with the great ones. Parker did put up the highest three-point percentage of his career last year.
And he also ran the offense with tremendous poise and professionalism and cut down the turnover average as well, the lowest of his career.
Inside, stolen by Bird. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Westbrook's got the ball. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for San Antonio.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering. forcing turnovers, and will be in a great position to win this thing.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Thunder trailing by 15. Parker with the steal. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Bird's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Thompson kicks to Westbrook. Thompson with it, guarded now by Duncan. Outside, Davis. And Bird, here we go. And stolen by Aldridge. 3-on-3. Here's Leonard. Goes back up. Aldridge, good. And the Spurs lead by 17.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that, it has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
And he gets it to go. That's 10 points for Leonard.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint, because that has not been up to par.
Thompson dishes to Westbrook. A 3-ball. LaMarcus. Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Spurs.
Clark, the biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
You know, I thought both teams worked hard at both ends, but sky-high field goal percentage and pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Excellent effort tonight.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Tony Parker. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Westbrook against Parker. Outside for Curry. Pass to Bird. Will it go? Oklahoma City gets it back. Westbrook passes to Thompson. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Bird outside. Back to Thompson.
They play like that.
I mean, they set the tone. Again, we're a very deep team, and our bench is going to have an advantage most nights.
David, thank you. Kevin, depth always important in the NBA.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris